George, the chapel looks like it's been built right into the rock.
You're right. We should take a look inside.
I wonder, how old do you think the chapel is?
I'm guessing the exterior's a couple of 100 years old, but the inside? Who knows? Some parts could be much older.
You think somehow this chapel might be connected to the face in the rock?
At a guess, I would say so. Hey, look! It's Pearl and Dwayne.
Come on, honey bun. Things ain't that bad.
You just don't understand. Today's been a disaster.
But
The monastery was closed. We got stuck in the cable car. And now this place is a building site.
aw, sweetie pie.
This was supposed to be the spiritual highlight of our trip, Dwayne. But the only spirit I see is that rotten turpentine over there.
Aw, heck.
Clearly, the Hendersons weren't having a great vacation. Wood shavings. This was one building site that needed Mr. Tidy. They smelt exotic. My mother always said cleanliness is next to godliness. A battered oil drum had been tucked into the scaffolding. A paint can was hanging. It looked just like its neighbor. Great to see you again, Mr. Henderson.
Great to see you too, George. Great work back there with the cable car.
Is Pearl okay?
I wish. I'm afraid we're having one of those days where everything goes wrong.
Tell me about it. What have you been up to since we last met in Quaramonte?
Well, there was that little sideshow in Rome, but we can't talk about that. You know why, George.
I do? I do.
Why?
Top secret.
Need to know, Nico. Dwayne is, snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No way, honey. A snoozer's at least 2 pay grades up from a sleeper. So I hear. Anyway, I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Miss,
Nicole Collar. Call me Nico.
Well, how's about that? So this is the beautiful Nico. No wonder you've been hiding her away from me, Georgie boy.
Gosh, no,
It's lovely to finally meet you too, Mr. Henderson. George has told me so much about you.
Oh, call me Dwayne, my dear. And let me assure you of one thing. Everything you've heard is quite possibly true.
Dwayne was loud, large, and short-sighted, but boy was he a charmer. Is there anything we can do for Pearl?
I sure as hell hope so, George. She's been planning and researching this trip for years, our little pilgrimage. And Santa Cova Chapel here was the cherry on the cake. Not a thing she don't know about this place. Madonna, blah, blah, blah. Chapel built in, yada, yada, yada. She's Santa Cova's very own walking encyclopedia. Well, weeping encyclopedia, I should say.
So what brings you to Santa Cova?
Pearl's idea from the get-go. Ever since the unfortunate car accident back home, she's been scouring those pilgrimage brochures. Gotta be full of wonder and life-changing imagery. Got to have penance potential. Got to offer a real spiritual experience.
Well, I'm sure this place will be very spiritual once it's finished.
If the chapel is not what she expected, how about the monastery?
Hot dog, no. That place is for tourists, not pilgrims. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There, dear.
It was a spectacularly unremarkable traffic cone. That wouldn't make any sense. The hammer produced a promising sound. G. A. That sounded like an A. B, if I wasn't mistaken. Well, that was fun. That wouldn't make any sense. That would... It produced a dull sound when I rapped my knuckle against it. I sprayed the shavings with Brett. Delightful. The hammer produced a promising sound. A. B. A. G. Well, that was fun. Dwayne!
George? Nico?
You said she expected a spiritual experience?
No, that's what the brochure promised. Pilgrimages, little monk fellas, singing, shafts of light, the whole shebang.
Smells, bells, and heavenly lights.
Yeah, that's what the lady wanted. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There, dear.
Pearl could be a mine of information about the chapel, if we could just cheer her up. That was never going to happen. The hammer produced a promising sound. A.
What are you up to?
Look, I made a Churchenspiel. A. B. G. Well, that was fun. I poured the turpentine into the paint can. The hammer produced a promising sound. F sharp. G. B. A. G. I had it. It was the tune Dwayne was humming.
George, that's Ave Maria. Let me have a go.
Wow. You really nailed that, Nico.
Yep, this mop really is pretty special. Leave this to me.
That wasn't worth trying. I put the scented shavings in the mug. I lit the scented shavings. A sweet aroma started to fill the room. I lit the candles on the candelabra. I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra. I secured the mirror in place with some yarn. Now that was something. The light from the candelabra spilled over the Black Madonna like waves of spiritual goodness in candle form.
Pumpkin? Oh my!
What?
The sound of angels, the lights of heaven, the smell of piety, and
Yes?
the Madonna, I do believe. Tears. She's crying, Dwayne! The Madonna's crying. Little Timmy. Wrong side of the road. Not my fault. The broken leg. Compensation claim. Forgive me, poor Timmy.
Oh, Pearl, my precious, you're such a sensitive soul.
Well, now that's done. I feel my soul's floating on air. We can get on with our pilgrimage, Dwayne.
Just another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her usual cheery self. Mrs. Henderson,
George, dear boy.
how you feeling?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I have just seen a miracle, George. It's all gonna be all right from now.
I'm sure it is, Mrs. Henderson. I'm sure it is. What can you tell me about the statue?
I read that the Black Madonna has been here since the 9th century. She's called the Virgin of Montserrat. Some say the original was moved to the cathedral. But Dwayne and I know that's just a bluff, don't we, honey?
We sure do. This one is the real McCoy.
What can you tell me about Santa Cova?
Well, dear, they call it the Chapel of the Holy Grotto. It was built directly into the mountain itself in 1696. It survived the Napoleonic Wars, mudslides, Civil War. But the chapel is still standing today. It's a miracle.
Or a restoration.
What was that, dear?
Yes, a miracle. Pearl, does this mean anything to you?
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations, of course.
What?
You know, the Dominicans. All those Gnostic saints. Doubting Thomas, Judas. And you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself.
A lady in red.
That's enough now, Dwayne. You know my feelings about her.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions, all right.
Then there's the Ouroboros, of course.
Something special about it?
Well, if I remember rightly, there was an Ouroboros right here in this chapel. Back in the 30s and 40s, the chapel was renovated. The workmen uncovered numerous symbols carved in the rock. Amongst them was a fine Ouroboros.
But that's amazing. So, where is it?
Oh, it's not there now.
Oh,
It was considered blasphemous, so they plastered over it. Sweetheart, I think it's time for us to go. The road to enlightenment waits for no woman.
'Tis the pilgrim's lot, George.
It was so nice to see you again. And meet your girlfriend.
We're not.
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might need it. Keep an eye on our boy George here.
Poor little lost lamb.
I'm not.
Don't worry, this little lamb's in safe hands. Bon voyage.
Bye-bye, dears.
See ya.
Nico, don't even start.
Little lamb?
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we? Okay, this Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned.
You're right. We need to find it.
There was a recess in the wall with a Latin word carved above it. Puritas, purity. I'd seen that word before somewhere. I hoped this was the right thing to do. Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros. What was that noise? I knew it. Another secret passageway.
Amazing, George. How did you do it?
Just another case of the old Stobbart magic, I guess, Nico. It looks a little dark in there.
Are you scared, George?
Of course not. Just worried about you tripping, that's all. Oh, this is one dark cave.
It's the door that worries me, George.
Oh, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. No need to panic. Now we panic. Help! I gotta say, Nico, you're pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, George, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well,
You're right. What was I thinking? You see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the dark, evil-smelling cave. Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new? For a moment, I imagined falling forever in the dark. But it was just my imagination running wild. The floor was solid. I had no idea what might be lurking in the darkness. I imagined that Trevor, my vicious attack cockroach, had chased away the figments of my imagination. It made me feel better. Hey, Nico, I think I found some light. Whoa!
it must be Genan. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up, dead in a cave. And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brains out dead.
Okay, George, I get the point. What is this place?
Who knows? But look at the Gnostic symbols.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
Well, it looks like the Virgin Mary, but I don't think it is.
What do you mean?
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder look? It must be Mary Magdalene, of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her. This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
But if it was that obvious, don't you think Genan would have found it? Genan had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out. I wonder what he'd been up to. Nico,
What?
is this what I think it is? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Genan did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for this?
And why go to such lengths to keep it hidden?
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon claimed.
The question now is, what do we do with it?
The photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. Genan had written on it. Someone, presumably Genan, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. I prized the map out from under the arm of the corpse. It looked like Genan had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late. I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, like our souls. But rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Gainan left a secret message in his testament. I picked up the old gun. It was too corroded and rusty to ever be fired again. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp. When I moved the map close to the flame, something started to change. The writing on the map started to react to the heat. Well, I'll be darned.
What is it?
At a guess, the locations on the map might match up with the ones he's marked on this photograph. If this letter is the same location as the one marked D on Gainan's translation, this must be Sunset Mountain. I didn't. I wondered if Gainan's notes on the photograph might help me decode the tabula. That was the first row of symbols cracked. It was all starting to make sense. So, these are directions. Begin at Sun City, travel 5 days east to a river, travel south 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers. Hey, Nico, I've cracked it!
Fantastic!
The Tabula Veritatis, it's a set of directions. Take a look at this map. The inscription says to start here at Sun City. Gainan hid the location in his map. It then says to travel 5 days east to a river, then turn south and travel 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers.
And what is that?
I'm not sure, but it must be important, right?
Right. Important enough for the Gnostics to try and keep it a secret for thousands of years. And guess what? I think I may have found a way out.
You have?
Look, while you were busy playing Ancient Scholar, I found this.
What did it do?
I'm not sure.
It didn't open the door.
Perhaps we're missing something.
Must be. If Ganon died looking for a way out, there has to be more to it than just a hidden button.
Then let's keep looking.
The carved figure had once been green. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah. Blue paint was peeling from the carved figure. I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer. A group of figures looked up towards the tabula. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before. There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue. I'm sure that this is Mary Magdalene.
The red robes. It all makes sense. The Madonna would be wearing blue. So, who's the child?
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus, she,
Oh, I see.
Yep,
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so. The ornate lamp warranted a closer look. The medallion fitted snugly into the socket. Whoa, would you take a look at that?
The light from the medallion is illuminating this blue figure.
This could be our ticket out of here.
If you're right, that explains why Ganon never got out of here. He didn't have the medallion.
I gave the statue a push, and it turned anti-clockwise.
That sounded like something important happened.
I gave the statue another shove.
That sounded like something important happened.
I gave the statue another shove. Is that the door?
Thank God. I was getting worried we'd be trapped here, just the two of us forever.
There could have been worse ways of being trapped forever.
It is the door. Come on, Georges.
I needed to grab the medallion before we left. It was way too useful to leave behind. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel de Sens. Nico and I had the tabula veritatis at last. Now all we needed to do was to find Eva and rescue Marquez. And make our getaway.
Don't die on me now, old man.
Georges, it's Langdon.
Stay back.
For the last time, where is the tabula?
You'll never find it.
It's here in this chapel, isn't it?
Just tell him, Papa.
I will tell you nothing.
Look at your daughter, senor. My man would be happy to hurt her.
I cannot let you raise Lucifer. You will bring chaos to the world.
Georges, we have to do something.
With luck, Langham wouldn't notice that the gun was useless. Hold it there, Langham.
Well, if it isn't my least favorite American. Where is the tabula?
Even if I did have it, why would I give it to you?
Because you don't have a choice.
For God's sake, shoot him, George.
Yes, go on. Shoot me, why don't you?
Don't push me!
That gun would never fire. Give me the gun before you hurt yourself.
I didn't rate my chances with just a rusty old pistol.
Now, do you have the tabula?
I don't have it. We couldn't find it.
You're lying. I promise you I will kill the old man. I ask again, do you have the tabula?
I really don't have it.
I warned you.
No!
Mon Dieu!
You will rot in hell.
Not hell. Quite the opposite. Now hand over the tabula, or the girl is next. So, the tabula veritatis. Thank you. The world will be a better place, George, once Jehovah has been destroyed.
What?
Lucifer will set us free.
You can't destroy Jehovah.
I can, and I will. Bring the girl. She may be of use.
Langham, no. Please.
As for you two, I admire your persistence. One of my men will be outside. If they try to follow me, shoot them.
With pleasure, boss.
Eva.
Senor Marquez, I'm so sorry.
You must get the tabula back.
We don't even know where he's going.
All we know is that it's somewhere in the Middle East.
Nothing else?
There was a note something about our destiny lies in paradise?
And we found a map. It shows the source of 4 rivers, but that's all we have.
Can it be?
You know what that means?
In Genesis, there is a river. It flows from paradise and divides into 4.
Where is this place? This paradise?
Eden is going to Eden.
The Garden of Eden? But that's just a Bible story, a myth.
No, it's a real place. It's where Jehovah created life, where Lucifer gave Eve knowledge, where the gods are held in balance.
And now Langham has the tabula to lead him right to it.
Only you can stop him. You must defeat him.
But how?
Eva, she will know.
He'd gone, but I knew he was right. We had to stop Langham and rescue Eva. He's dead, Nico.
Langham would have killed him anyway. You mustn't blame yourself.
Marquez was dead. Listen, this is a big mistake. You have to let us out of here.
You stick your head out of that door and I will put a bullet in it.
Nico, that thug isn't gonna let us just walk out.
Let me talk to him. Hey, handsome. Could you find it in your heart to let me out?
Look, love, I'll just as happily put a bullet in you as your yank friend. If you fancy your chances, then feel free to try and escape. I never miss.
You could have just said no.
Any luck?
I gave him my best charming French damsel. Nothing. I think it's time to start thinking of another way out.
There was a door at the bottom of the steps, but I would never have managed to reach it. Hey, Nico, I've got a plan. Over.
Roger, George, what are you thinking? Over.
I'm gonna place the radio out here. Maybe it'll be enough to distract the guard. Give me a second to set this up, then start talking.
Got it.
I carefully positioned the radio in the drain.
I'm warning you, I will shoot.
If I wanted to be sure to hit him, I needed to wait till the guard was closer. The hammer hit the guard on the head with enough force to knock him out.
What did you do to the guard?
Those steps must have been slippery. He took a little tumble. Nico, look. There's a cable car ready to go. Quick, before Langham locks down the system.
You don't think perhaps we should have waited for the next one?
Well, we caught it, didn't we? What's all the fuss? Now, if I can just open this window, I think we'll be fine. Okay, maybe not. Now, don't panic just yet. I'll think of something. I couldn't quite reach the handle. Damn it. It's a little stuck. Just give me a second.
Just hurry up!
Nico!
So, we meet again. I've come for my painting.
What painting?
La Maledicción.
Gesundheit.
Don't play games with me. We both know the painting conceals a treasure, Mr. Stobbart.
You know, even if the painting was yours, I wouldn't give it to you. You're just a common gangster.
A fine sentiment. But I won't let you cross me again.
Again?
You stole my ruble, my Platinum 12 ruble.
That was just an old coin.
$150,000 worth of old coin.
Wow. Well, a guy could do a lot of redecorating with that.
Enough of your American humor. You will tell me where to find the treasure, and you will tell me now.
Not gonna happen. And did you really just say, so we meet again?
Hello? Down here!
Oh, hello, miss.
Could you help me out, please?
Sorry, no can do. But while you're down there, maybe you can clear something up for me.
What?
Something you said when we first met's been playing on my mind.
Do I have a choice?
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Choice.
I don't follow.
You see, I'm a determinist. Goes with this line of work. But what you said in London made me ask one of the big questions. Is there such a thing as free will? Because if there is, then I've made some pretty dodgy choices in my time. So help me out a bit here.
So, do you have regrets?
No, I don't think so. But I am a little worried. This whole free will thing has got me thinking.
What do you enjoy in life, Shields?
Well, I like footy, a good scrap, and topiary.
So, you're a determinist. Isn't that just an excuse to let Medovsky boss you around?
At least I know who's controlling me actions. Do you?
Of course. I do as I choose.
So you chose to leap off that cable car, did you?
Yes, because you and Medovsky shot at me. You did choose to shoot at me, didn't you?
Well, yes. But I didn't choose to shoot that geezer in the gallery.
Face it, Shields. Determinism is just a way to hide from responsibility.
Maybe you're right. So what?
Can't you stop Medovsky?
As I said, it'll be futile to try. His actions are predetermined, like mine.
If what you create in topiary is predetermined, what's the point?
Topiary isn't about freedom of expression. It's horticultural Valium. It makes the voices stop.
We have a choice. We always have a choice. Just like you've got a choice right now. Help us or not.
I don't know. I'd like to. But the boss...
My philosophy class seemed to be working. It's lovely chatting, but couldn't we discuss this somewhere more convivial?
No way. The boss wants you dead.
Why not choose what you want to do?
Oh, I need to be sure.
Is there nothing you can do to help us, Shears?
It's more than my job's worth.
So, you're a football fan, right?
Gotta love the beautiful game.
So, if determinism was valid, why would anyone play? What would be the point of it all?
Sometimes when we lose, that's just what I think.
You never intended to kill Henri?
I just wanted to rough him up a little. But the gun went off and the rest is history. Free will didn't come into it.
But you'd made a choice not to shoot him. The fact he died was an accident.
So you think I've got a chance of redemption?
See? You didn't choose to kill Henri.
He died regardless.
Exactly. It was accidental homicide. If by redemption you mean a spell in jail with time off for good behavior, then yes, I think there is a chance for you.
And you know what?
No, enlighten me.
I'm getting too old for this crime lark. I think I'm having an epiphany. Of course, it might just be indigestion. No, it's definitely an epiphany. I think you're right. The only thing that has led me here is me and my actions. I'm going to talk to the boss. He's sure to listen to reason. Boss! Boss!
What is it, you imbecile? How many times have I told you not to interrupt me when I'm about to kill somebody? Remember what we agreed. I am the big man who takes care of the big things.
And I am the little man who takes care of the little things.
Exactly. So, haven't you got a little thing you should be doing?
There is one little thing, now you mention it.
Well, don't let me stop you. Get on with it, you big baboon.
If you say so, boss.
Oh. Oh, dear.
There you go. Free will under orders. Now that is what I call a real paradox.
George, you took your time back there.
Medovsky and I had a lot to catch up on. And you and Shears seem to be getting on just fine. So, I figured you'd holler when you were done. Always nice to see old friends.
Oh, thank God it's you two. You would not believe what just happened.
Try us.
Oh dear, the monks aren't gonna like that.
We had a little philosophical disagreement on the way up. Nothing the little TLC won't fix.
Yeah, they're not really broken, more in a transitional state. It's amazing what a lick of paint can do.
What now, George?
We find Langham, we stop his crazy plan, we rescue Eva, and you win a Pulitzer.
When you put it like that, George, sounds easy.
So, how are we going to catch Langham now?
Well, we've got a pretty good idea where he's going.
True, Mesopotamia. Or Iraq, as it is now. Not exactly a prime tourist spot.
Need a lift?
I don't think we'll catch Langham in a limo, but thanks.
I'm not talking limo, mate. I'm talking Madovsky's full-on, fully fueled tax and ticket Learjet 60.
You think you can get us to Iraq?
Wouldn't be the first time, if you know what I mean. I've got the keys, the contacts, and a full drinks cabinet. How about it? It's the least I can do.
The last thing I remembered was getting on board Madovsky's jet and accepting a cocktail from Shears. Hello? Anybody there? What happened to the lights?
Is that better?
Whoa! Senor Marquez?
Indeed. Hello, George.
But you're dead.
Does death worry you?
You bet. I got a nasty feeling it's coming my way.
You have no choice. You cannot allow Langham to destroy Jehovah. Lucifer and Jehovah must rule in harmony, or chaos will prevail.
Don't listen to him, George. He is here to lead you astray. He is a Gnostic, a heretic. Lucifer is the devil. He should be defeated. Jehovah must reign supreme.
Whoa, hold your horses, Padre. I'm no big fan of the devil, but follow Jehovah, and what do you get? Subservience, repression, mindless conformity. Not my cup of tea, pal. I'm more into sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Bacchus is the god for me.
Ah, see what you get when you turn from Jehovah. A paint-spattered hedonist. Don't listen to either of them, George. A heretic and a lazy drunk.
Hey, I'm not lazy.
Nor I a heretic,
I were best forger in the business.
and I gladly died for my faith, as did thousands of my ancestors.
Whoa, 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 fellas, please. My dream, my rules, okay? Now, it seems to me that what you call greed, he'd call ambition, and your subservience is his order. In just about an hour's time, I'm going up against a guy who intends to destroy God. I need advice. Practical advice.
Have a stiff drink and go down fighting. You're a dead man walking anyway.
Nonsense. Put your faith in God, and he will be your shield.
Don't listen to them, George. They're both wrong. Maintain the harmony. Protect the balance.
But how do I...
You have the answer in your hands, George.
In my hands? What do you mean?
Josh? Josh, wake up. You were dreaming.
What? Oh. What was all that about?
You were dreaming. Something about sex and drugs from the sound of it.
Yeah. Are we there yet?
Well, that looks like the source of 4 rivers, so the Garden of Eden is right down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I hope you've had a pleasant flight. The temperature in Eden is a pleasant 30 degrees centigrade. We shall be landing on a flat plane about 2 kilometres into the desert, which you will find is a pleasant stroll to your destination. Fasten your seatbelt and all that gubbins. Finally, may I take this opportunity of thanking you personally for choosing to fly Air Shears. We do hope you'll fly again with us soon.
Come on, I think we're nearly there.
Wait, Charles. I think Shields is having a moment.
Bleeding hellfire. I'm cream crackered. Just give me a moment.
You go on. We'll catch you up.
Ah. Guys, there's a small problem.
Is it Langham?
No, it's worse than that. Come look.
Oh, George, stop being so overdramatic.
Oh, look, a goat.
You like goats?
Love 'em. Hey, we could call it Donna.
Oh, what a lovely name. Isn't it, Princess? Are you hungry, my lovely?
Okay, while you get all David Attenborough on us, I'll take a look around. That's a Wolfram truck, which means Langham can't be far away. There you all are. But where's Langham? Psst.
What have we got here then?
Do you think the boss is coming out?
Dunno and don't care. I was only here to blow a hole in that rock. Job done. Just waiting for me ride home.
Let's give him half an hour, max. This place gives me the willies. Oh, don't be such a wuss. A few old statues. What could possibly go wrong? All right. Like you said, 30 minutes.
We need to get past these idiots and stop Langham.
Tricky. They've got some tasty-looking shooters. Besides, I'm a reformed man. I've given up senseless violence. Miss Collard is leading me out of the darkness and into the promised land. One day at a time.
Oh, that's great, Shears. Great. Terrific timing. I guess we're going to have to find a way past them. There was no way I'd get close to the cave entrance while Langham's henchmen were still there. A giant stone head lay on the ground. The driver's door was locked. The back of the truck was full of sealed boxes and crates. A knapsack had been thrown on top. I grabbed the knapsack. It was full of military items. Hey, Nico, check this out.
Where did you get that from?
It was in the back of the Wolfram truck. The contents looked a little military.
I suspect Shields knows his way around most military objects. Perhaps he can shed some light on what they are.
Hey, Shears.
Hello, my darlings.
What's all this stuff?
Explosives mostly. Right little treasure trove.
Is that what I think it is?
Careful! Dynamite is fickle, unpredictable, and dangerous. Just like her indoors. No gymnastics while you got that stuff in your pocket.
I'm guessing this isn't a giant stick of gum.
Dead right, Georgie boy. It's TNT. Don't worry about it, though. It's perfectly safe. Long as you don't pull that timer cord. And if you do, give us a shout first.
If you can't repair something with duct tape, you're not using enough duct tape. What on earth is that, Shears? It looks dangerous.
Careful. It could be anything. Gelignite, plastic, or... it could be someone's lunch.
Yeah, I think what you got there is a sausage. Local delicacy, I expect. What's that?
Fuse wire. Cut a length off, stick it in something that goes bang, light it and do a runner.
Sounds simple enough.
It is, until you make a mistake.
The classic badass lighter. I took it. I needed all the help I could get. I tore off a length of fuse wire and rammed it into the end of the dynamite. A daring act, but one that had also made me rather nervous. That so didn't work. I knew it was a sausage. Shears knew it was a sausage. But one tiny length of fuse wire and voila, dynamite.
Come here, George. What are you doing? I'll be having those explosives, George.
But...
No. No buts, George.
Nico, a hand, please. You seem to have a bond with these creatures.
I hope you're not thinking of harming Donna.
Trust me, a cunning six-phase plan is forming, wholly approved by all the major animal rights organizations. Just keep her still for a second.
Why have you attached the sausage to Donna?
That's phase one. Now, watch as the others come together.
If it's all the same to you, I'll watch from over there.
I had a fake piece of dynamite strapped to the goat. Phase one of my plan, complete. Now, I just had to figure out phases 2 to 6. It was an old, gnarled fig tree. It looked like it had been growing here for many years. One limb, just out of reach of the goat, was laden with ripe figs. With my best throw, I tossed one of the ripe figs. It landed close to the group. None of them spotted it. I casually tossed a fig to the bottom of the path. That should do the trick. I had an idea. I wonder just how much that goat liked figs. Hey, goat, want a fig? Cry havoc and let slip the goats of war.
Oh, hello, goatie. Oh, fellas, what's he got round his neck? Looks like...
Oh my god! Scarper!
Langham's guards must have been spooked. There was no sign of him.
So, in there then? It looks dark.
I ain't going in there. Tight spaces give me the heebie-jeebies. Why don't I stay here and make sure the three wise monkeys don't come back?
That wasn't... Hey, Sears. Want a cookie?
Blimey! Rich tea! What's the special occasion? You're too kind. Oh.
The cave was pitch black, too dark to see a thing. Through the gloom, I could just see stairs leading down. Come on, Nico. We need to find Langham.
Wow. This place is extraordinary. You think this is really Eden?
Well, if you see any apples, think twice before you eat them. Look! Lucifer. Jehovah.
And Langham.
He's got Eva. Whatever he's up to.
I hope we're in time.
Look, the altar. The glowing thing? It's the shape of the tabula. We have to get across there, quick! The lighter had run out of fuel, but the flint could still make sparks.
Charles, what are you doing?
I kind of have a plan.
Well, I hope it works.
I love the smell of Brett in the morning.
You! Don't you ever give up, but you're too late. No one can stop me now.
Do something, George! He's crazy!
No, not crazy, as you will soon see.
What are you going to do with the tabula?
It is the key that will awaken the two gods. Upon my command, Lucifer shall smite Jehovah with his power, annihilate him.
You'll destroy us all!
Ha! The ancients who built these statues feared their powers, but soon I shall control them.
You can't destroy Jehovah. You'll shatter the balance. You'll plunge the world into chaos.
No. Ruled by Lucifer, man will be liberated to realize his greatest ambitions, to realize his full potential. But this isn't the place to discuss these things.
Where do you suggest?
How about eternity?
George!
Ecce homo!
Nico, you must stop him.
Eva, what do we do?
I don't know.
But your father said you had the answer.
He used to talk about pure light. Pure light? What does that mean?
I don't know. That's what he said. Pure light, white light, will conquer. George!
Run for it, Eva!
That's it, Nico. Rise up, Lucifer! Smite Jehovah!
Just got it. Focus the light. Pura, lux, pictura est.
Jehovah must be destroyed! The world will embrace Lucifer! What gives you the right to stand in his way?
Free will. That's what we bring. Humanity brings free will. The final piece of the Trinity.
Guys, while you've been larking about, I've been thinking about supper. How does a nice barbecue tickle your fancy?
I think you'd better have this, don't you?
My father gave his life to find it. Now I must spend mine protecting it.
How? Where will you go?
To Catalonia. I have a house and a chapel to restore. And a new life to build as a Gnostic leader.
You
You know, Nico, this time I really wasn't sure if we were going to make it.
Perhaps we had the gods on our side, or whatever those powers were.
Maybe you're right.
You know, we make a great team.
We could be more than a team.
Oh?
Before this all started, back in Paris, I was just about to invite you out to...
Oi! Dinner is served.
Fantastic.
What's on the menu?
Doner kebabs with a spicy fig compote.
Wait, Donna as in... Donna?
But Nico, I thought you loved goat.